Okay, so I finished him. His legs look a bit wonky. I think they should be more down here, but that's okay. I'm okay with him. Done. Lace doily done. Now, because I really want to do more, let's have a look at doing another piece and using some lacy bits. Look at all these beautiful things. Now this, Dear Dawn Meldrum from her channel dyes lovely doilies, and when we were at Corinne's retreat, the beautiful Dawn came around and offered everybody one, and of course I chose all these amazing colors. So I wanted it to fit on here, but I think it's going to be too big, so I might have to maybe cut it down. Oh, Dawn, I really want to use it. And then use some other little bits to be like little pieces of coral. And then have some starfish and some, let's bring our little friends back over. Pterodon. Maybe just the shell. No, too much like that one. They're beautiful. We've got pinks in there, so maybe this fishy could be hiding inside there, or maybe the turquoise fishy. What do you think? Aren't they great? I wonder where they came from. I like that green. That orange starfish is probably too bright. Oh, I really want to use that. Let's bring you in a little bit. Sorry about that. I mean, I've got lots of other little bits of lace, and I thought some of these bits could be in the back acting like coral, which I think they could. And then I've got some of this. So I really want to use that, Dawn. I'm just going to quickly, grab my printer's tray. So this is, it's very hard for you to see. I'm going to take us back. This is my printer's tray. This is how far I've got. So I'll share with you from the bottom up. So this is, I'll insert a picture at the end so you can see. But I haven't sewn down some of these parts because I've only just put these in. I've got a spare spot here. And I've got more work to do on some of these. That's a bit of a sea-themed one that I've already done that you've seen. Some strawberries. I'm going to do some more embellishment here. It's not what the world holds for you, it's what you bring to it. So that was when we did favourite doily, and I love all of those kinds of things. And then when we did Jane, and the most recent video was making that brooch, and before that was quilt. So this is old hexagons from a quilt. Beautiful brooch that I put on these ladies. Old, very, very old. Bits of lace. Haven't done much up here. So what I was going to do is, where's our little dude? There he is I thought he would be good in here. Like that. sewn in. So he would be sort of like that in there, which I know it probably is bug on bug, so he might be able to go up to here, up the top, so he's not so close to the other bug. So then it leaves me spaces like this, and that's when I wanted to put, but if I cut it all the way down to fit in, we'll lose so much of Dawn's beautiful thing. Oh, and then if I had it like that, I could put more in there. Or I could cut this out, take that out, and then have a really big underwater. But then I feel very heavy over here that I've got lots of big things over this side and it's not very balanced. And I'm already struggling with the fact that I've got red down here twice and I haven't got any red up here. And that's why I thought some of this coming into here would bring some of the red in. I'm just going to lose so much of it. Oh, I didn't want to lose all that because I really like the blue in there as well. Because I'm going to lose like the edges. Almost all the blue. Dawny, tell me what to do, Miss Dawn. Oh, I think I'm going to have to do it. Okay, so that's my printer's tray so far. Lots of work to do up here, and then I'm going to make another one and start putting some of the other things that we've already made. So this one that we made last time we were together is going to go into this one, and this one that we've made, I've showed you before, it's going to go over here. This one might go here, and I've got a whole thing of butterflies that I would like to add. Like I've got some, one that I've embellished, and then I've got some other lace ones that I would like to add into there as well. Oh, and last time we made this one, we also made a little Suffolk puff from a Suffolk puff old doily, and who knows where it is right now. And that will go on the next tray. So, and if I've got that next to this, I might have to put this one up here and put a different color over here. I need to get some red in, so the next thing I make has to be red. All right, put that away for now. Oh. Take those off. Yeah, I wanted to have those done to show you, but I haven't finished it yet. It's been busy. So I'll just put that over there. So I think, because I really want to use this, I'm going to have to cut it. I'll come in closer. I'll be able to use it for something else, so. I just don't want too much bulk underneath the ribbon because it's actually really tough to do it. So if I go here and try and stay in the boundary, Oh, I do love it so much. Look at it. Isn't it beautiful? I'll sew it down really well. There may be a bit of this over here. Like coral. A little bit of this. Look what I make it into a little. How about some of this red? Synthetic, this one, so it's a bit different, but that's all good. Oh, how exciting. Get you to do a second one. Isn't that funny? Aren't we funny? So let's just get a bit of, oh, that's not going to work, is it? Because it's going to end up outside of it. Maybe some red in front of here. Oh, Colette, you're going to end up right off the thing. What else? This is really, really old ribbon. Look at that. Where's the end? Could we make something out of this? Like, you know, that coral that looks like that? Does that make sense? I've got nothing in the middle yet. Bit of this. Oh my goodness, I'm going right off the thing. Clearly, I want to make a massive one. I'll make it as a brooch another time. I promise, because I can't help myself. Okay, bring this all in. So it's not right off the thing. What do you think so far? Need something in the middle there, don't we? Gosh, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Someone's dyed that. We could have like a little circly kind of thing down here. So a bit of different shape. So I'll sew all these together and then I'll come back to you. So I had like a little circly kind of thing down here. Good. And then we can hide the little shells and things. I think that shell's too dark now. So we can hide maybe some of these guys under there. And a shell down in here somewhere. I'll put some of the elements together and I'll come back. Okay, so I made a few elements, this one, and just basically sewed together that to make that, and same with that one. But when I had it in there, it was just too much and it was covering up beautiful Dawn's doily. So then I had a coral one of these, and I always had the purple, and I thought the purple was too much like that, so I took it out. They were my design choices. Just one of those. I took out the second one of these because I just thought it got too cluttered, so that's out. And then I think that's the placement that I want. Oh, it's so much fun. I love doing these. Thank you, girls. Lace doilies, yes please. Lace and doilies. So let's do that, and let's hope that I remember where everything goes. and let's sew everything down. So I am going to use just a white thread. If I feel it's not secure enough, I'll come back and do more. Oh, how exciting. So what doilies are you going to put on yours if you're doing it? Do you have amazing doilies and lace that you can use? There are so many beautiful doilies out there. They're getting harder and harder to find. Although the other day I did find one that I'm going to put in my printer's tray. Just as it is, I'm just going to cut it up a little bit and put it in my printer's tray without really adding anything to it, because it was just so beautiful. I did pay a little bit more for it, so I think I paid $11. I might show you at the end if we have a little bit of time. I'm just don't know what time we're at because I keep stopping and starting. So what's your plans for the week? Are you working? Have you got anything to look forward to that you just like, oh, I'm waiting for that to happen? Or what's your joy that you've got to look forward to? This week is, you know, everyone's really tired at work. So, you know, as I said before, I've worked at a school and, you know, our kids are a mental health school. So we have young people who struggle and who are very vulnerable, and just amazing staff, like the salt of the earth, most gorgeous, straightforward, because we work with adolescents, young people too, so younger children too, and just these amazing staff members. But everybody's tired. Everybody's got illnesses in their family as well as themselves, and, you know, commitments for family and looking after aged parents or young children. So everyone's got something on their plate, don't they, hey? And so everyone's a bit tired and very much looking forward to school holidays, which is still 4 weeks away. So it's about how do you pace yourself. And I lead, so I am mindful of my own mental health, and, you know, how do you keep mentally healthy? What does that look like? And for me, it's creating. So I try and make sure that I have a daily practice, no matter how tired I am. And I've got this little infection that's hanging around a bit. Just trying to, it gives me so much joy. And like you saw just before, which I probably should apologise with how excited I was about this thought that came into my head of, oh, let's make a coral reef as part of doily and lace. But, you know, hey, it brings me joy. I'm not out there stabbing anyone or yelling at anyone or telling anyone off. Not that I probably would, but sometimes. People can do silly, often thoughtless, let's put it that way, thoughtless things. And we can all let it get to us. And I tend to not do that and try and dwell on the good, but the human condition is that sometimes we don't think about the impact we have on others. So we deal with lots of people in distress, and you've got to be able to hear it and listen and help them sort through it. I'm going to leave it just from around the outside like that because I'm going to put things on it. So let's put the red on now. I'll be mindful of how far up I go because I don't want it to be lost in the... Yeah, so this week I'm looking forward to doing a bit of sewing and do my haircut, which I do quite regularly because I'm very grey. So I have my hair cut every 5 weeks and coloured. So I'm looking forward to that. I always have a lovely chat with my hairdresser. She's a lovely woman. She has the same name as my mum. So she must be lovely. What's going on there? Why doesn't it want to go in there? Oh, that was hard work. Yeah, so what have you got to look forward to? Like, what's a bright spot going to be in your week? Can you aim towards one? Are you looking forward to something, or do you have to manufacture something for yourself? What are you gonna do for yourself this week that's going to be joyful? Gonna scratch around in some beads. I was just doing that before, wasn't I? Love a bead. Even just doing that and then not making anything, like, that's all good too, hey? Is it going to annoy me that I can see the white on there? Let's see how much it's covered up. Excuse me. Once I finish this, it's a bit later in the afternoon now, so I better go and think about making some dinner. Would be good, wouldn't it? What are you going to have for dinner? Anything delicious? Give me ideas. I think pasta sounds nice to me, but I'm gluten-free, so I always have a sore tummy. That looks good, doesn't it? So I think pasta, I've got some gluten-free pasta in there, maybe bolognese, or I know my son will say crumb chicken. Sorry, that's annoying me because it's bubbling about. All right, what next? Was that one? I think it was, wasn't it? I just feel like that's way too big. Do I chop it? Oh, goodness sake. Ow, that went right through my nail. So, not sure what I'll do for dinner, but I need to get on and make that happen. But it's just so fun creating, playing with some lace. Can you see I'm doing chicken with the thread again? I'm playing chicken. I just hate threading up, but this is a good needle. It's quite big, so it's helpful. It's like the universe is telling me, finish it, Colette. Finish that bit. Okay, I'll finish that bit off. Gosh, dear me. My husband has just gone to pick up my son from his girlfriend's place. That's something we're having to navigate. He's 15 and he has a girlfriend and she's a sweet pea. And it's just a change, isn't it? Racing them around outside of all the sport we race him to. So we're having to figure all that out as well. So he'll come back starving, no question. And he's got school tomorrow and he's been sick. So Logan, my dear boy, has been sick all week. Like, he's had a week off school. He's haven't been able to get his temperature down. So his temperature has been sitting 37, 38. It went up to 40 and I thought we were going to have to go to the hospital. When he was young, he used to do the febrile seizures from his temperature getting too high. So I'm always frightened about it. And he's older now, so you'd think that he would have grown out of it. But whenever he gets sick, that tends to be what happens, is he gets a fever. But this one, not COVID, so we tested him and everything, but he wouldn't go down. And he just was lethargic and, yeah, not like him at all, because he's very sporty, as I've told you before. He's always active doing stuff, and it's by Friday, so Thursday was the first day that his temperature was normal, and I could really see by Friday he was starting to pick up. But geez, that's a long time, isn't it? Especially for a young person where, you know, they're not like us, they bounce back a whole lot quicker than we do. But he had a week at home from school. And he's in year 10, so, you know, it does start to get a bit more demanding at high school in those year levels. And he has dyslexia, so do I. So he has to spend more time learning. Oh, I just snapped my nail. Oh, look at that. Look how far down that one is. Gosh, that's going to have to be cut off. Owie. Yeah, so he's going to have some catch up to do, which is never fun, is it? I really love this little trim, but I reckon it's going to be a bugger to get through. Oh. Well, I probably shouldn't say that bad word, sorry. It means something different in other languages, but it is something we say in Australia and England quite a lot. So yeah, Logan's gone out to see his girlfriend, even though he's only just got better. But he was going stir crazy in the house all week because he was feeling a bit better by Friday. But there's no point going to school if you're still coughing your guts up, and your temperature's not right. So he was very lethargic and just really struggling to engage. So, but he did ask if he could go see his girlfriend. I think it was probably a really good idea, just to get him out of the house and ready for school tomorrow. So I will need to crack on and get these done so I can go and make our lunches together, which is what we all normally do, is we make our lunches for the week as a bit of a family. And then, what do you think? It's interesting, isn't it? And then I probably should have done him snuggled in. Maybe we should get him going the other way, hey? I can squeeze him in there. Because I did forget, didn't I? I was too busy chit-chatting and forgot. maybe he's just going to go on top. Is that the right way? Oh, yeah, it is. Was I always using 2 strings? Maybe I was. So you think you'd make one? Wouldn't it be nice as a little brooch that you could wear too? Make it a little bit more 3D, I would, if I was making it for the brooch. Do I want to tuck that one in behind, or do I want this one over the top? Maybe over the top. Now, if you want to see a similar kind of concept being made as a brooch, if you haven't had a look already, I've done in part of this series, a flower brooch, flower garden, using lace. Go have a look at that. If you'd like to see how I make brooches, this is nearly out. Okay, we're ready to put the beads on. Those little ceramic beads are such a good find. I wonder if I could, not that I need more because I don't, but you would think that given that they're all together, that they came from somewhere. I wonder if I looked it up, if I could find some other shapes, because they're fun, really fun. So far so good, hey? And that's going to be basically underneath the ribbon. Oh, I really like that. That's really cute. All right, let's thread up again. You get to watch me try and thread up again. Isn't that thrilling? This nail's really annoying me now. Second time lucky. Look at that. I nearly pulled it out in my excitement. So have you got any holidays or anything planned, anything amazing like that? These school holidays, as I said, I'm not going anywhere. Oh, speaking of something to look forward to, I have booked one of Kate in the Nest one day with her in her little retreat that she's doing in Victoria. So she's doing lots of little, I like that there. She's doing lots of longer days and shorter day workshops. And Kate's style is a bit different to mine, and I would like to, I'd like to learn from her. So I've booked the single day, which is the heart, in October, I think. So that's something to look forward to, isn't it? See how I said we were going to put the beads on, and now I'm off on another tangent. Yeah, so I'm going to do that. I think she's got because I'm from Victoria, so in Melbourne, Garden Vale, I think she's doing some. So I'm going to go to one of those. I think she's doing 5 or 6 different days. I think there's a 3-day one on something, and 2 and a single as well. So yeah, go have a look if you're wanting to have a look. That's something to look forward to, isn't it? So that one goes there. This one can go down there. Oh, how precious. Look at that. Lovely. And maybe this one can go over here. Looking through the camera to see what you can see. Do you see what I see? I really like that. That annoys me though. Because it looked like too many separate things. Does that make any sense? Oh, pulling. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that, as well as the craft fair is, I feel like it's next weekend. Buying things I don't need, I'm sure. But I've put a little bit of money away every week for that, so I'm pretty excited about that. So if you're going to the craft, and I think it's craft and quilt fair or craft fair, not really sure, in exhibition buildings in Melbourne next weekend, I think it is. I happen to see you, I'd love to say good day. Not that you know what I look like, because I don't put my face on camera. Just my hands. So, but you know, I've met people before that I follow merely for recognising their voice. And one of those people is Dawn Meldrum. Dawn, what's happened there? Dawn and Willie, her beautiful friend Willie. Hey Willie, you gorgeous thing. I think I might have told this story before, sorry if I have. Dawn and Willie were at Melbourne Airport waiting to get the plane to Hervey Bay for Corinne's retreat, and I happened to sit down beside them at the gate waiting for our plane. And that's how I got to know them. And I only recognised Dawn because I recognised her voice. She was talking to Willie, and I saw her beautiful satchel that she has, and I said, oh, that's really lovely. And then she spoke, and I went, Dawn Meldrum, I follow you, like some creepy fangirl. I've said that to her. I'm like, oh my gosh. And she was so lovely. So hey Dawn, we've become friendly now too, which is just so nice. Oh my goodness, I've got this stuck. There we go. Yeah, so if I hear people, I will very, very shyly say, hi, is your name so and so, because I'd love to meet people. And everyone's lovely in this world, aren't they? Like, honestly, all the ladies who love to do this stuff are just, I've not come across anyone who isn't just a beautiful human who loves to do this slow stitching world. It's just so delightful and so lovely to meet people who love what you love. We've spoken about that before, haven't we? So I hope I get to see some crafty ladies at the craft and quilt fair and maybe recognise a few. I'm looking forward to having a look at what beautiful works people are displaying, as well as, of course, all of the gorgeous goodies that we can purchase, because we need more. Not at all. But that's not the point, is it? And I know, I think Pat Patchwork Ninja is going to be there, and I love all of the Japanese fabrics as well. I've got a project in mind for some Japanese fabrics that I've been collecting, so you'll see that coming up at some point. Whoa. I really like this so far. That is cute. Okay, let's get Fishy on and then we're done. Fishy, do you want to be going that way? I think you should be going that way. Or should you be going that way? Oh dear. And is it because I'm left-handed I want it going the other way? I think it might be. Does he need to be behind there? No. Colette, you tried that. Stop. Oh, look, I have a tiny little bit of thing left because look at what I did. I buckled it up. Oh, wonderful. You get to see me thread again. Wow. Just bear with me. We'll be right. We'll be right, she says. Come on. That's a very Australian thing to say. You'll be right. She'll be right. It means it'll be okay. But we do say that as Australians. You'll be right. She'll be right, mate. How funny. And I don't consider myself to be very, what we call ochre, which is broad Australian accent. I don't think I have a really broad Australian accent. My husband does. He's from the country. Not as bad as, not bad, but not as broad as other people. But he does have a broader accent than me. But we do have some funny sayings in Australia. I think that comes from our heritage of, what happened there? See, I'm too excited. Rhyming slang, Cockney slang. So, because we are from English stock originally, Australia, we were the prison colony for England. So a lot of our rhyming slang comes from Cockney English origins. So we do have lots of slang and lots of rhyming slang, like dead horse, which means sauce. You want a pie and dead horse, sauce. Now that's very Australian, like very broad Australian. Not many people say things like that, but some people do. What else? Good on ya. Thanks, well done. How you going? How are you going? So, and sometimes I slip into that. Was I totally off camera there? And I slip in some slang. So sorry about that. Well, not sorry, but that's what that means. Oh my goodness, how cute is this? One more, and then we'll couch down the sides. And I really need to go to the bathroom also, so I need to get on with it. And I reckon that's my husband and son home, and I am still here doing this, talking to you. And I reckon we are over the 40-minute mark now. Sorry. I do try to keep it down so that it's just a quick snippet, but I can't help it. I'm right into it. Done. I can come back a bit later and clean up my messy space. But right now. Okay. Our two lace doily lace doily prompt from Roxy's Journal of Stitchery Volume 8. And let's just go see really quickly, without me keeping you too long, on my printer's tray, if it was in here. It's only just going to fit, people. Oh, it's going to be tight. Because I just kept going, didn't I? You're all yelling at me going, Colette, that won't fit. Oh, it'll fit. I'll make it fit. Come on. Look at that. You couldn't see any of that, so that's helpful, isn't it? What do you think? Will it fit? Of course it will. I'll make it fit. There we go. And my little... Oh, look at us. We have just done great guns today. 2, and I wasn't even planning on doing 2. I definitely had the Spidey in mind, but I did not have that in mind as well. Awesome. Fabulous. I'm going to take you out a little bit. So there's the first printer's tray. Quite a few things done. And I will start doing the next one because I've got other things that I've already made that I can add to it. Thanks so much for joining me. Please have a great week, and I hope you get some stitching in and have some fun. And I hope you've enjoyed your time here with me as well. I really, really appreciate you following along and having a great time. All right, take care, have a lovely week, and I hope you get some stitching in. Bye.